Are you a private practice owner who's been thinking of hiring a new associate but have heard the DSOs are taking up all the good talent? Well, I'm going to bust that myth for you in this video. And before we jump into that, my name's Brighton. I'm one of the co-founders and CEO here at Dentist Partner Pros, where we help private practice owners like you build practices that they love to own and build amazing, thriving teams. Heard that DSOs are taking up all the good talent. That is false.
What did you say?
Okay, let me tell you why. There's this perception out there that DSOs are doing a lot of recruiting and bringing on all the good talent to just their practices. While there may be some truth to it, so let's break it down a little bit. Yes, it is true that DSOs have a lot of recruiting power. Specifically, they're paying a lot of money to get into those dental schools and then making sure that they are portraying you need to come to a DSO if you actually want to make money in dentistry. Okay, that is a little bit of truth. There is some truth there. That should not prevent you from saying I can't find good talent, because what we have found is that most really rock star dental students and associates are actually looking for private practice, and specifically they want to be owners in private practices. But the group model is now starting to take a lot more fruit into the world, okay? So they're not just looking to buy a transitioning practice. They don't want to be a solo doc. They want to be in a group practice where they can be surrounded by other doctors and bounce things off each other. They want to be surrounded by other doctors who are actually doing dentistry, so they don't feel like they're on that island that maybe you have felt throughout your career. Okay, so they're looking to get into private practices. Specifically, they want to be able to join into a group, and they want to have a pathway to ownership that's actually clear. Those are the rock star associates that you should be looking for, not those that are kind of bottom of their class, taking whatever it takes to just pay off student loans. The high performing doctors are actually looking to get into private practice because they know that's where they're going to be able to build true wealth and accomplish the lifestyle and get into what they actually got into dentistry for, which was to own their own business and to be able to take care of patients really well. Okay, so what can you do to attract these top talent? Well, first, you need to make sure that you're actually a practice worth working for, and that you have a pathway that makes sense for this top talented person to come and join your team. If you're looking for just someone to come in and just do bread and butter dentistry because you're kind of tired of doing it, it's not going to work out super well for you of attracting top talent. Now, there are a lot of dentists out there that's all they want to do, but they're not going to be this top talent super producer. You can't have both. You can't have a super producer and someone that just wants to do bread and butter dentistry. It doesn't tend to work. So if you are a practice that actually someone wants to work for and be a part into that practice, you need to make sure that you have a clear path for them to become an owner in the practice. And that doesn't necessarily have to be equity, okay? That doesn't necessarily have to be equity. That could be a rev share plan or some sort of way that they can actually see fruits of helping the practice grow beyond just their independent production. And there's lots of ways you can do that. You can get creative about it. The simplest way is to have a pathway for them to be able to actually buy in and become a partner into the practice. But why would you want to do that? Here's what happens when you bring in a partner that actually cares about your practice. Everything grows. If you're clear about who you bring on and they're actually a good fit, they're someone you'd actually want to be into business with, then you can go on vacation and you can trust your team with them. You can leave your practice and actually spend some time with your family, going to those soccer games or taking them to Disneyland like you've always promised. And you can actually trust that production is still happening, that the team's doing well, and vice versa. This new doctor, this new partner can do the same. There's so many benefits to actually growing into a group practice where you can trust and support each other instead of just being that solo doc who's left on an island. Now, that doesn't mean it's for you. Some people would much rather be solo docs and just doing their own thing and not having to stress about it. And that is totally fine. If that's you, this video is probably not for you, and we probably aren't a good match for you, because we're big believers in the group model. Or if you are a senior doctor who's looking to get out or retire or sunset in the next 5 years, and you're thinking, who should I give my practice? Who should I transition my practice to? That is another type of person that you'd want to attract top talent, and you can actually transition through an associateship. So going back to the original question, are DSOs taking all of the top talent? The answer is simply they are making it more challenging though for you. And you have to be the one that sets yourself apart. That is a practice that a top talented person would actually want to come join and be a part of. So you need to be the type of individual that's doing that. So you need to be able to work on yourself, taking care of yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever that looks like, becoming the type of leader that other people want to be surrounded by. And then also making sure that you have a pathway to be able to encapsulate this top talented person's dreams and actually be able to create a pathway for them to become and accomplish what they want to accomplish. If you're not able to do that, you're gonna have a really, really tough time finding top. So hopefully this video you found helpful. Tell me your thoughts, comment below. Do you agree, do you disagree? And if you found this valuable at all, we really, really would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe so that we can keep making more awesome content like this. Thanks.